I really want to hear about Akaash's time in India.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have touched on that at
No,
all.
no.
I really want to hear about that. I heard a cool little tidbit about the tariffs thing with China, some insider shit if you'd like to know.
Tell us.
And then I also want to know, I want the patrons to know about what happened in the paddle game. Did we discuss that yet?
No.
Okay, so
I need
things.
setup, too, because I missed this whole thing.
Oh, that's right.
So did Alex.
Okay, why don't we start?
Son, it was never confirmed. Bro.
You never confirmed.
Yeah. There you go.
So why don't we start with India, Pakistan? Like, what is happening? You go over there.
Okay,
like,
so yeah. India, Pakistan, and then we'll go my trip over there. India, Pakistan, a few weeks ago, there was a terrorist attack in Kashmir. I might fuck up some of these details, but this is what I've been told from the India side of it. Terrorist attack in Kashmir in this place called Pelgam. It's like tourist area. And apparently you can't even really like drive there. People are like riding bikes. It's like kind of a secluded place. Terrorist group comes, separates the Hindus and the Muslims. They like kind of dehumanize the Hindus. They like make them pull their pants down. You know, Muslims all get circumcised. So if you're Hindu, they make you prove it, pull your pants down, you're uncircumcised. Wow. They kill all the men. Leave the women and the children. I think 26 people got killed. Leave the women and the children, and they say, hey, go tell Modi what we've done here.
Oh, shit.
Now, one terrorist group claimed responsibility on Twitter, and then later on said, no, that wasn't us, we got hacked. Which, you know, we believe from that.
Called an offset?
Yeah.
Like balls in my face, balls in my mouth.
But apparently that terrorist group is a terrorist cell sponsored by a terrorist group in Pakistan called Lashkar-e-Toiba, I think, LET. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But India has been pissed about this. And I didn't know enough. Like, we were getting the tweets. I was getting tweets, why don't you talk about this? Why don't you talk about this? I didn't know enough. I didn't talk about it. But then, while I'm in India, India strikes back. They attacked a handful of, I think, military bases in Pakistan. There were civilian casualties. Pakistan said like 150. India said 3. India's probably not telling the truth. Pakistan might be exaggerating a little bit. Truth is probably somewhere in between. So there were some civilian casualties. And then they fell back. And then I, at that point, is like, my wife is like, you need to get the fuck out of India. It's about to crack off. And I'm hearing things. It's about to crack off. It's about to crack off. Right as I'm getting out, Pakistan counterattacks. Luckily, India has a very good missile defense system. But what India is saying is they attacked like 15 different cities in India. They fired missiles at New Delhi. Whoa. They fired missiles at Amritsar, which is it's a Punjabi city, but that's where the Sikh Holy Temple is, like there.
The Golden Temple.
Yeah, the Golden Temple. So that's like, they attacked 15 different cities. Luckily, India intercepted the missiles. And I have seen in Kashmir, there is a Hindu part of Kashmir called Jammu. And my friend whose family's from Jammu, his dad sent him a video, which I sent y'all, of missiles coming in, getting intercepted. Oh. So they did for sure send missiles. Mm-hmm. Now, we don't know if they sent them everywhere, but missiles were getting sent. And I've seen a couple videos of people, but that one is like, this is not some news organization sending me this. This is my friend.
You got empirical evidence.
Yeah. So then India attacked again a handful of military bases. And I'm in London at this point. Luckily, I got out.
Were you scared when you were flying out?
Yeah, a little bit. And I remember my wife is like, you need to leave right now. And I'm talking to everybody in India, and they're like laughing at me. They're like, brother, you're fine. You have more of a chance of getting struck by a missile on your way out than you do staying here. So I waited. I did like 3 interviews that day, whatever 3 that I really wanted to get, then hopped out. I was a little scared. But then once India attacked like the 7 missile sites or whatever, that's when I was hitting y'all like, yo, I think this is about to go the fuck down. Because somebody else had told me, I don't know how true this is, but he goes, I know some people pretty high up in the Indian military, and their intelligence is worried that Pakistan is going to fire nukes. Because they're not going to win this war, and they're realizing that right now. And so it was a last-ditch effort because they say Pakistan's government, and this is, from what I understand, true, it's a military government. There was a military coup. The military's in power. They're worried they're going to fire off nukes. Luckily, that never happened. Ceasefire.
Thank God for Trump.
Just shout out Trump, man.
Yeah.
My understanding is Trump had absolutely nothing to do with that ceasefire.
Shout out Trump. Shout out the boy. Trying to not take credit. He's like, y'all take credit, but we already know who's behind it.
So
Shout
fire.
out the boy.
So fire.
Killed that shit.
So funny, dude. I honestly respect that move so much. To just immediately claim credit. And both sides were like not giving him any credit when they... And then India said, I don't know how true this is. India said Pakistan violated the ceasefire that same day. But they haven't, as far as I know, they haven't countered again. So this is like a proper war that's happening. The only thing I would say to anybody in America is like, hey, do your own research. I'm not going to get too, but this is not Israel-Palestine. I know the knee-jerk things to say, oh, 2 Muslim countries, P and a P, 2 non-Muslim countries, I and an I, same thing, same to same. Not exactly the same, just research it a little bit. We don't need to get into it, but that's where we sit right now. That's like, the whole history of Kashmir and all that is going to get very complicated, but that is the last month as far as I know.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm in India while this is all happening. And during the Pahalgam attacks, or after that, that's when I was like, well, I'm flying to India and I'm not going to not go. Because I wanted to do this series of podcasts. But I was a little bit worried flying in, like, something could happen. But I've been there for a few terrorist attacks before. The Taj attacks, I was in India.
Oh my God.
I might have bad luck for India. 2019, there was another terrorist attack. I was in India, and then this one. So I'm pretty sure I'm bad luck. But I was going in like, whatever happens. I want to do these interviews. And then I ended up getting out, thank God. But I did not think India would strike back and full-fledged war would pretty much break out. That
There was
crazy.
like dogfights, right? Like, weren't there fighter jets?
Yeah, Vala was texting us. He was hearing dogfighting above his house in Pakistan. That was that day that India struck like 7 military bases or whatever.
Didn't he send us a video of it? Like the
I
fighter
think
jets and the
He might have. I thought I sent a video. I didn't know if he sent one.
Right.
But yeah, it was crazy.
Insane.
Yeah,
it's just wild.
It was a wild time. And I don't think both these countries got nukes. So it's like,
Did it disrupt the feeling of where you were?
dog, this is what's fucking crazy. No. Nobody. It's like when there's remember that guy drove through Times Square like 12 years ago?
Yeah.
And none of us talked about it. None of us cared.
Yeah.
I remember people freaking out. And I lived 5-minute walk from Times Square at the time.
Yeah, you
and I was
could've
like,
got hit.
nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
We don't care here. And that's how India was. Nobody felt fearful. One guy said to me, this is kind of bars, he goes, I have faith in our military and even more faith in the Pakistani military. Because he just thinks they're inept. But nobody is walking around worried the way we are. It was just a fascinating
I
thing.
wonder if you live under the threat of nuclear war long enough, you just start to get comfortable with it. You know, it's like you don't feel your jeans on your legs.
Yeah.
So it's like eventually that's just it. You're like, is Pakistan gonna bomb us? They say it every single day. Are we gonna bomb them? Who knows? And it just becomes like part of the sensations you feel every day, and then you kind of become numb to it.
Yeah. This is the thing, and maybe this is like a Westerner looking at it. I feel like death can happen at any time to any of us, but in India, you're much more aware of it. It just happens. I remember somebody said, I went in 2008, the second time I went, somebody said to me, the cheapest thing in India is a man's life. Like, they don't look at death the same way we do. It's almost like, yeah, it could happen. You could die doing XYZ, whatever. So I
You
think
did get injured.
I did. I got sick. I got belly while I was out there.
Deli belly is
yeah, while I'm sick, I'm on the airplane, just fucking chills, fever. But it was a crazy thing for me. But for them, it was so casual.
Yeah.
And I did these interviews. I talked to some people I apparently shouldn't even say who I talked to, but I wanted to talk to some of the comics that were out there because of what was happening.
They're already going to be out. They're going to eventually be out.
They're going to eventually be out. But somebody was like, if you want to get big guests, some of these guys are so like radioactive potentially for like, this is the other thing, dude. So, people tell me I'm Indian here. And then I make this is every immigrant kid knows this. You go there and you're an American. I'm so fucking American. It's unbelievable.
Wait, why?
Doug, the freedom we have is unbelievable. Like, I'm talking to people on podcasts and they're not telling me anything. They're like just not giving me anything.
Mint.
And then I'm like, what's going on here? And they're like, dog, you can't just say whatever you want here. You can't. You have to be very careful. Like, Hanuman kind of touches on this, so I think I can bring this up. But he was like, even just his name, Hanuman, is a Hindu god. Hanuman kind, I thought was like an empowering name from here. They're like, how dare you use the name of Hanuman to do rap, like death threats, family getting death threats. Wow. He got doxxed. Like every single word you have to be so mindful of. Every single celebrity came out in favor of the government, of the military, and what was happening in Pakistan, like to Pakistan. Now, I'm not saying they should or should not feel a certain way. I am saying you probably have to present yourself as feeling a certain way.
Yeah, you don't have freedom of speech.
You don't have freedom of speech. And this is how I was like, oh, this is the most American thing about me. The idea that you can have a democracy without freedom of speech does not exist to me. Those two are inextricably linked. You do not have a democracy if you do not have freedom of speech. That's not true, man. You can have a democracy and not have freedom of speech. And we're so fucking lucky to live here. where we can just say, you can make an entire career hating Trump. You can make an entire career hating. Barack Obama is president because he said, Donald Trump is president because he said Barack Obama was born in Kenya. It's a crazy fucking thing to say.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to one guy whose podcast with him, it'll come out, Kushal Mehra, he's great. And he was like, you guys don't understand. You're like making this about this oppressive regime in India. It's not an oppressive. Every government operates like this because the fucking Constitution is written in a way that doesn't give you freedom of speech. It says like freedom of speech, and this isn't the exact wording, but like, for example, freedom of speech unless you use indecent speech or some adjective that's so fucking vague, it can be interpreted as anything you want to.
Yeah.
And slander, you know, when you like say, or libel, when you say false things about someone, you get sued in America. In India, it's jail time potentially, up to 10 years.
Wow.
So like, you don't have freedom of speech. And I talk about like American privilege a lot. And to me, I have that joke in Bring Back a Pooh where it's like, we have toilet paper here. Like we have these luxuries that you don't even think about. Freedom of speech is such a fucking luxury. And I was never a guy that was like, America sucks. I can't believe I was born here. But I don't think I understood how lucky I was to be here and how lucky we are to be here. And what a fucking like blessing it is to be born here. And I understand more why they look at us like, y'all aren't Indian. And like when I have an opinion they don't like, they get so fucking angry. And I get it now because it's like, you don't know what the fuck life is over here. Even if you come to India, most of us go to our parents' house in one state where they speak one dialect and we sit there maybe once a year and you come back. You have no idea how fucking diverse this country is. You have no idea what life is like day to day. You don't talk to us. You go talk to your family. You don't talk to us. You have no fucking clue what we go through. And I'm guilty of this. And I said this on the pod with Ezra. You put your Indianness on like a costume. And I realize I do this. Like, I have the fucking Gaslit special where I'm repping India. You don't know what it's like day to day. And you sit there and you fucking look down at us and tell us how we should feel and how we should navigate this. You got no fucking clue what you're talking about, dude. And so, like, I don't know, man. I haven't been able to wrap my mind around everything fully, but this is in 5 days or 7 days or whatever I was there. It was the most impactful trip I've ever had in my life.
Oh, wow.
It like changed me fundamentally in how I view my identity. How am I going to, I don't know how I'm going to approach being Indian or going to India or setting foot there, but like, it's different, man. Well, I am not as Indian as I thought. I don't think I'm American yet, but like, I want to be more in touch. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. It was like a powerful, powerful thing to go interview these people and talk to them for an hour at a time. It was really like, yeah.
What do you mean you feel less Indian?
So I know I'm Indian in that my roots are Indian. My soul is from India, but I don't know what they go through. So if I'm going to have an opinion on an Indian thing, and that's why I rarely criticize anything Indian or like any whatever, but the couple times I've done it, it's pissed people off because they're like, who the fuck are you? You don't know what's going on here. And then when I don't speak up on a terrorist attack, not everybody, but some people are really pissed off, a small percentage. But now I understand that anger because it's like, oh, you'll criticize us having no fucking clue what's going on. But then a terrorist attack happens and you're sitting there fucking silently. Fuck you. So I understand why they think I'm so American. And I am, dude. I'm sitting in Mumbai. I'm looking at Nepali Indians who look like Asian. I'm looking at some guy from Trinidad who moved to India. It's like in Bombay itself, it's so much more diverse than I realize. I've been in like 8 states now. Every one of them speaks a different language. Every one of them looks different. Every one of them dresses differently. So I don't even know what India is as a whole. If you go to that one state every year with your parents every summer, you know what that one state is like. You know what India's like. So don't fucking tell us what India is or how you're Indian. You're not fucking Indian. You are American. And I get much more deeply why they feel that way about me. I thought it was some kind of jealous shit. Like you go there, you live your comfortable life, and then you come back here and judge. It's not just that. This whole experience is different than you will ever understand, and you don't get it. And you act like you get it, and that fucking infuriates a lot of people, and I get that.
Does it make you feel bad?
I don't know if I felt bad. I felt probably a little bit of guilt, but also like, oh, I get it now. I get where this anger comes from. I thought it was just people in India are angry. Like the ones that are yelling at me, how dare you, you're this, you're that, you don't understand. And everybody I talked to was very cool and patient and like whatever, but I was like, oh, I see. Dude, I was talking to a comic who like basically is like, you're almost like a white guy to us. He was like, you are white. And I was like, no, I'm not white. And he's like, well, you're not white, but you're white. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what it is here. You have no clue. And I get very sensitive about that, but it's like, yeah, he's right, dude. I don't know. There's so many different dialects and just everything. understand. I don't spend time there. I don't watch day to day. I don't live day to day. I don't navigate day to day. So how the fuck can I have an opinion on it?
Do you see them as equals now?
No, no. Actually, I used to see them as equals, and now I don't. I really saw them as equals before, and now I'm like, you fucking Indian, you dirty fucking you train riding mud fucking Indians.
It's the seat. It's the seat.
Yeah.
We made it 16 minutes talking about India without a mud fucking thing.
I didn't want to go there. No,
But who do you think had a harder week, Akaash or Schultz?
My week. I felt like the mud. No,
He had Pakistan in his house for a week straight.
no, it is wild to have a trip that will like shake your identity a bit.
Yeah.
And maybe it was you spending less time with your family when you were out there.
Oh yeah, Dan, I went alone. Like usually I go with my wife. The one time I went alone, I met up with friends.
Yeah.
And I met up with family at a wedding. This entire trip was alone. My camera guy I had never met in my life.
Yeah.
The guests I knew, some of them, but
not even very close.
No, not even. Hanuman Khan and I've never met.
Right.
Sameh and I have met. We never met actually. We hung out the day I got there, but no, we had met once. But I didn't know some of these guys I never even talked to. I was just like, I heard you're great. Let's talk. One guy didn't like me or had some criticisms of me, which I thought was great. I want to sit down and talk to you and educate me. And I went in knowing I'm an outsider. I'm not going to pretend I know. Educate me, but still, I was like, oh, I'm way more of an outsider than I even realized.
Does it make you look at other Indian American or ABCs here and the way they talk about India?
Yeah, and this whole conflict is happening, and then this Met Gala. I don't know if you heard about the Met Gala. There were some big Indian stars there, and my wife was upset about the coverage they got.
Yeah, he brought this up. He was like, "Yeah, people are mad about the coverage of the Indians." I was
Yeah,
like,
my wife started the whole thing.
Yeah, she kicked
But
it
once
off.
the war started, and I didn't tell her or whatever, but she just kind of dropped it.
Yeah.
And then it's still going, and then these other Indians are like, "Oh, this reaction is rooted in anti-blackness," and you're sitting there sucking off these other fucking races, and it's like, dude, your race is in a civil war right now. Not civil. But you know what I mean. Brown people are at war right now, and you're sitting here fucking doing this. And then you're going to talk about what India and Pakistan should do or shouldn't do. You got no fucking clue. You're American. You Western fuck.
Yeah.
Go be that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to put it on and take it off like a costume. So I do want to be more in touch. But you grow up, you get told you're not American. You're like, oh, I must be this other thing. And you really embrace that. But I'm not really that either. So what am I?
Come to our side, dude. If you have to choose up, just be white.
Son, you're
Just be
American.
white, dude.
I am American.
You're white. I see you as
But
white.
I do think it's like I'm Indian American, and that's really what it is.
You're white to me.
Yeah.
You're a fucking
I mean,
white
you're whatever
guy.
you want to be.
Yeah.
But you being Indian American allows you're still American.
Yeah, I am.
We all have a
I absolutely
suffix
am.
or a prefix or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't want to get away from the Indian aspect of that, but it's a different thing.
You little cracker.
Yeah, I'm a cracker ass cracker, dog. I don't even take that offensively. To them, I went there like I'm a fucking cracker. You
are a cracker.
I'm a cracker ass cracker.
But do they treat you like a cracker? Were they serving you shit?
Oh, yeah.
Do they cracker it up?
So on the service in India, there ain't no service like third world service. Ain't no service in the world like that. Every time you go, oh, hello, sir, namaste. Hey, to the point that I was like, hey, man,
cut that
chill,
shit out, yeah.
chill. I don't like that shit. I'm saying it back. It's exhausting for me because I want to be a dickhead. Oh, what are you doing? That's a 5-star hotel service. It's like
Crazy.
$100 a night, by the way, because the conversion.
And they know, but they know you're American, right?
They must.
And if they think that you're not, do they treat you differently?
Nah, because you're still at the 5-star hotel. Service in India is crazy. It's just crazy.
No, outside of the hotel, just in general, do you find there's a different treatment of you, better or worse, when they find out that you're not actually born and raised in India, that you're born and raised in America?
It seems like it's about the same. It seems like everybody, at least in Bombay, it's just it's like New York but even more so. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
If you had to blend in, what would you have to change?
Fundamental things about myself.
You know how we can tell a British dude?
No, I honestly don't know. I don't know what I have to change.
Can they tell that you're not from there?
Like
I'm
haircut?
sure. I'm sure they can
beard?
tell. People will say that though. When you're in Italy, they'll be like, "That's an American." The
Were
way
you wearing
talk, the way you
sandals and
dress.
skinny jeans? Because they be rocking that shit.
love it.
They love it,
Skinny
bro.
jeans and his sandals.
Yo, and a
they
nice
are
little
all
polo,
with
a
that.
red fucking
Yeah.
polo
Nah,
sport.
Scratch their
Bombay
calf with
fashion?
one of their feet. That one is fantastic. You never seen them do this shit where they're just like, boom, boom.
Oh, the flamingo?
No, that's fire, dude.
Yeah.
No, that's
The
fire.
flamingo.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bombay fashion was on point. Like if
Really?
you got money, they got their own identity there now too, and like state to state, it's different.
Yeah.
But young Bombay, I was like, y'all shit is fire. They were getting fits off.
Is it derivative of classic Indian style, or is it
No,
completely
it's
Western?
It's Western, but it's like its own thing. I remember when I went in 08, I was like, oh, I feel like you're dressing like what you think Americans dress like.
Yeah.
Like this really hyperbolic version of Western fashion. And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's its own vibe altogether.
Did you
Yeah.
cop anything?
Sick. Nah, I couldn't do it. I was too sick. Doing interviews and throwing up.
Man, that bad.
No, I'm
Why don't
throwing
you
it.
eat the food there? Why don't you keep it safe?
It was from a 5-star hotel.
He's trying to prove it. He's like,
matter.
no, I'm Indian. I
You
got it.
gotta do what Duval does, low key.
Eat only American food?
Only fast food when he goes to these places. He goes anywhere in the world, he just eats fast food.
My wife got the worst food poisoning from a Subway in India.
That's not fast food. That's Indian. That's Indian cuisine. You can't be eating that shit. I'm talking about McDonald's, Wendy's, and his. We were in Germany. I probably told the story a bunch of times, but we were hosting the like EMAs or something like that, and like we were all trying to eat like schnitzel and all like the German food. He's like, I ain't eating none of that shit. I'm going to McDonald's, and literally everybody on the crew got sick except Will Duval.
No way.
And he travels the world. Like he's probably my like most well traveled friend, and he's just like, yeah, I'm just eating. Because my stomach can't handle that shit. It's not even what is it called? It's not even prejudice. He's just like, my stomach can't handle it. I'm here for a week. I don't want to be sick 4 days of the week. Very pragmatic.
Usain Bolt did that.
Say what?
Usain Bolt did that. 2012 Olympics
Smart.
for London. He goes, I had the biggest race of my life. I could be the greatest tomorrow, or I could be not the greatest. And he goes, all the training I did wasn't going to change if I ate shitty food or not that day, but if I was going to be sick, it would be bad. So he ate McDonald's nuggets right before the race.
Wow.
And he was like, I knew it at least.
Yeah.
Like I knew it. It's consistent.
And that should be slapping though. Remember we went to the
dude.
McDonald's in fucking Abu
McDonald's.
Dhabi? And I was having...
The McDonald's and had the McArabia.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
we
We got the
took Mark.
McArabia.
Yeah, dude.
From the
That,
McDonald's.
that was what it was called. They had
Yeah.
a burger called the McArabia.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing.
Yeah,
Oh my
McArabia. Me was blessed.
God. Yeah, it was halal, dude. That shit was fun.
Yeah.
6 trips I've been to India in 6 years. I haven't got sick. This time I got sick.
Man, come on, bro. You know you be getting sick every time.
No, I don't.
You get sick. You a sick
feel
little
I'm a
boy.
sickly boy.
You're a sickly
But in
ass
India,
boy.
I've been good money. This time I got sick. Fucked me up.
And you know exactly what it was from?
I don't know. I think it was from 3 bites of a hotel donut.
Jesus Christ.
So I have a question.
I
Yeah.
thought you was like
anything?
smelling an old woman's foot.
No, dude. I stayed away from the old women.
Did you drink anything? Like with ice?
No,
yeah,
I would get
yeah,
no
yeah,
ice if I got drinks.
Smart.
Yeah, dog. This ain't my first rodeo. I'll be going.
Yeah.
No ice, no nothing. Everything.
Ice
That
and
Manjaro was working, dude. You're
Ice
like, dude, I
fucks
don't
you
even
up
want
in other
ice.
countries.
Yo,
got
thank
the
God.
ice
If
got
I didn't
my
have
head.
Manjaro, I'd ate that whole fucking donut.
You would have passed
Jesus
away.
Christ, dude.
Dead.
You would have passed
God.
away, dude.
That's funny.
Saved my life.
Manjaro saved me.